for reason that she is now the acting mayor. So by protocol, she has delegated to me her authority to preside over this last session. So to all Cagayanons, magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. My colleagues in the council, especially those members of the Tom Jones group. For a little explanation why this will be our last session, it is because the term of office for the members of the council will be up to 30 June at 1200 hours. So we can no longer hold session after that. Nang mga nangutana, nga nung di man mo mag-session karong June 30, it is because it is up until 12 noon. That will be our tenure of office. After that, retired na gyud si Councilor the Honorable J. Roa Pascual. The Honorable Dr. Maria Lourdes Gaani. And of course, the Honorable George Goking, kinsa pa man. And of course, kanang wa gyud maswertihan nga mapili sa katawhan sa Cagayan de Oro. But still, that's not the reason why we stopped serving our people. Even after retirement, I have asked my colleagues for bowing out of the service as councilors of the city. They said they will still participate to the max in serving our people. So that's a guarantee coming from our colleagues from the council. And we'll work together as one, if only to strengthen the performance, upgrade the performance of the next council. So naramagyapon me, we'll just be a call or text away. So to our people, all those who are viewing us via the social media, maayong hapon kanatong tanan. So we'll go forward. May recognize our majority floor leader. You have the floor. The Honorable Attorney Edgar S. Cabanlas. Itong na-memorize kay...
Thank you very much, our presiding officer for Team 4, Councilor General Romeo Calizo. Thank you for serving the people of Cagayan de Oro and also the City Council, being our always ready presiding officer pro tempore. Members of the City Council, we have our beautiful Vice Mayor, Bebot Rodriguez, who is now the acting mayor of Cagayan de Oro. Friends we have in the gallery, people of Cagayan de Oro are watching us. This is our last session. We are closing another chapter in the history of Cagayan de Oro. And I think I am proud to look back that we have done well. Majority, the minority, we acted as one, although there are times that our ideas and opinions may not be together. But our friendship, the delicadeza, the respect, we're always there. And we thank you for that. We are opening another chapter of our history as the city of Cagayan de Oro, which we will call as the 21st City Council. History of Cagayan de Oro will never end as long as the city is here. There will be, this will be an endless novella. And every time that we close one chapter, people will look at us and judge us. If we have done well, we have served them well. If we are honest, if we are together in purpose, and that is to serve the people of Cagayan de Oro. the best we can. No, pasalamaton ako sa akong kauman as majority leader. Although I am the majority leader, but I feel that I am the majority leader of all because I have not seen any conflict. There were no serious and fiery exchange of words during our 21st City Council na ang pagsinabtanay, na ang pagkahigala, ang respeto, ako nabantayan. Salamat kay niya na sa mga outgoing city councilors, members of the minority, and also for the support of the majority members of the city council. Thank you. The support of our vice mayor was always there when we need it. So, Mr. Chairman, may I move to dispense the reading of the minutes of the previous regular session of this council on June 9, 2025, and consider the furnishing copies thereof as reading itself.
Any second? Seconded? Any objection? None. It is hereby approved.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second? It is seconded. It is approved.
Before we proceed to our special report, I would like to recognize the intention of our industrious, active, and proud Vice Mayor of Cagayan de Oro of his intention to do something good for us, members of the City Council. So I move for the recess, Mr. Chairman. Madam Chair. Mr. Chairman.
Before we suspend the rules, may I take this opportunity to thank our Vice Mayor for providing this council, sterling leadership. And malagi, as have been manifested by our majority floor leader, mahalaga, init mga diskusyon. Wagikwan. No untoward incident so far had happened during the 3 years of our tenure of office. So at this point, like aside from thanking our the head of the city council, our city vice mayor, I'd like to also express my utmost congratulations. It's really a singular honor for any member of this council to have been under your leadership. So we suspend the rules, and may we acknowledge our Vice Mayor. I cannot say she's not the presiding officer. She came over here as the acting mayor. I think na ikahatag sa ato dire. Nakita nito maputos ganina, ambot lang na po apil nga cash dito. Whether in kind or in cash, accept gid mo. So our Vice Mayor, the acting mayor of the city of Cagayan de Oro, the Honorable Jocelyn Bobot Rodriguez.
We invite the Honorable Vice Mayor Bebot Rodriguez for her opening remarks.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Presiding pro tempore City Councilor, the Honorable Romeo Calizo, the ever-dynamic Councilor, maayong hapon kanimo, and fellow members of the 20th City Council. Today is not the only last chapter of this 20th City Council, but a defining moment in the history of Sangguniang Panglungsod of this city. This August body where ideas clashed and hopes were raised, and where reason overcame division. We'll close one chapter and await another for the coming of the 21st City Council. But before the next chapter opens, let us pause and give this moment the honor it truly deserves. This is a time of gratitude. As Vice Mayor and your presiding officer, I take a deep pride in honoring all the members of this honorable body, which served with excellence, clarity, and purpose. From our first session in 2022 till today, we surpassed expectations. Based on the targets we submitted in annual investment plans from 2022, you achieved more than 100% of our targets in the passage of city resolutions and 96% in the enactment of the city ordinances necessary to support the operations of our own local government. These accomplishments are proofs that the 20th City Council placed public service above all else. Katawhan una sa tanan. From the experienced leadership of our majority floor leader, Attorney Edgar, Honorable Councilor, City Council Attorney Edgar Cabanlas, to the steady voice of our minority floor leader, Honorable City Councilor Christian Rustico Achas, the 20th City Council preserved the spirit of legislative balance, a space where the free exchange of ideas lived, where free debates are the center of our service, where our collective decision-making despite differences in political colors is our core value. We preserve that nobility of this session hall as a deliberative venue rooted in the dedicated service and dedication to truth. To those councilors who earn the trust of our people once more, Honorable Agapito Heriberto Suon, Honorable Roger Abaday, Honorable Amy Rose Moreno, Honorable Ivona Yasini Imano, Honorable Joylene Mercedes Balaba, Honorable Attorney Edgar Cabadlas, and Liga ng Barangay President Yan Lam, Councilor Yan Lam Lim, your return to these halls brings continuity and renewed strength. Together, we will carry forward the discipline, dignity, and momentum that the 20th City Council has left in our hands. As your re-elected Vice Mayor, I will be honored to stand and serve with you again on the 21st City Council. Let us offer high honor to our colleagues who are now complete their third and final term. Honorable Ayan Mort Nakay, Honorable J. Roa Pascual, Honorable Romeo Caliso, Honorable George Goking, Honorable Maria Lourdes Gaani, Honorable Susette Magtahas Daba. Your legislative legacies are marked in the lives changed and a city uplifted. May your years in office inspire the next leaders of our city. To those who finished their first term, Honorable Jose Pepe Abo Jr., Attorney Jose Abo Jr., Honorable Malvern Esparcia, Honorable James Judith, and Honorable Christian Rustico Achas, we commend you for serving with distinction. You enter this council with fresh resolve, and you leave it with honor and courage. We also give the recognition to our ex-officio members, the Honorable Kenneth John Sakala, SK Federation, and Honorable Dato Roberto Cabarin, our IP representative whose presence in this council has given voice to the sectors they represent, thereby enriching our democratic processes. Behind every successful council is a backbone of tireless professional civil servants. To the Secretary, to the City Council, Mr. Arturo de San Miguel, and to all employees and staffs of the Sangguniang Panglungsod, your devotion to professionalism in your daily work has empowered our legislators to do theirs. In the next 21st City Council, I know you will continue to serve with even greater strength and purpose. We enacted a broad range of legislation to strengthen economic development, expanded tax relief, enhanced transparency and fiscal responsibility, and institutionalized standards in road safety as a public health on sanitation and expanded our health services. We advance social protection for families, children, and the barangays while promoting education. Our biggest win is the establishment of the City College of Cagayan de Oro. Our ordinance on student welfare, sports, and support for persons with disabilities. We also upheld cultural values and open avenues for research and innovation. Each ordinance we enacted reflected our firm commitment to justice, relevance, and the public good. Each ordinance we enacted was more than a legal measure. It was our commitment in truly serving our people of Cagayan de Oro City. It is our concrete legacy for good governance in a hope that every Cagayanon will live with dignity, health, peace, and opportunity. Under the administration of Mayor Clarex Uy, we built a synergy between the executive and the legislative. It is a mark of a mature and working public administration, something that every Cagayanon can be proud of. And so, as we close this chapter, we do not bid farewell, but raise our heads to the heights and accomplishments you've reached. Because our leadership has been part of our journey where the power of collective legislation met the power of courage and compassion. Where every legislative measure that passed through this council was a great leap toward city where most just more safe and more prepared for the future. Having said that, we will end the 20th City Council not with silence, but with gratitude, not with closure, but with a lasting legacy, not with goodbye, but with a torch passed on, with hands ready to receive it, and hearts ready to serve again. Kaninyong tanan mga sakop sa 20th City Council, it is a great honor. Dakong garbo ug dagbunog kanako ug sa akong banay nga nakagkauban kita sulod sa tulo ka tuig diha sa pagpanday sa mga balaudlong lokal para sa kalambuan sa atong dakbayan. Here's a short video, a tribute for the 20th City Council. Daghan salamat ug maayong hapon kanatong tanan.
In 2022, a renewed hope dawned in the city of Cagayan de Oro. Led by Vice Mayor Bebot Rodriguez, the 20th City Council brought together legislators, blending the wisdom of the season and the fresh perspectives of the new. Coming from different paths, but united with one mission. To legislate change, to serve with integrity, and to uplift the lives of every Cagayano. From the grassroots to the gallery, the 20th City Council stood as a bridge of representation, legislating 789 ordinances and 1,185 resolutions, with major milestones including under the leadership of Vice Mayor Bebot Rodriguez and with the cooperation of all members, the 20th City Council marked a term of persistence, people-centeredness, and progress. Instrumental to these accomplishments are the statesmen whose term may end, but whose legacy will endure. And today, we honor them. A lawyer with conviction, a counselor with courage. With sharp legal insight and steady leadership, he brought clarity in every session with calm authority and reason. Padayon sa pagbarog alang sa kamatuuran, Councilor Abu. From the barangay to the city council, Minority Floor Leader Councilor Christian Rustico Achas brought with him the voice of the grassroots. He fought for the underserved and made the minority's voice heard. Ayaw atras sa pagpanirbisyo, Councilor Achas. With integrity and resolve, Councilor Romeo Calizo stood firm on front lines of change, championing safety, order, and long-term development for the city's future. Salute to your leadership, General Calizo. A true education champion, Councilor Suzette Magtahas Daba. She pushed for landmark measures like the ECCD reform, Oro Students' Rights and Welfare Code, and the City College Charter. Mabuhay ka, Councilor Daba. From a familiar face in local entertainment to a fearless force in public service, Councilor Malvern Esparcia made his voice matter and his presence known. Padayon sa pagtingog, paglaban o pagbarog, Councilor Esparcia. With years of leadership, Councilor George Gocking fortified our economy, empowering local businesses and championing fair practices. To a future of sustained success, Bira, Councilor George. A woman of compassion and conviction, Councilor Dr. Malu Gaanes strengthened the city's healthcare system, expanding medical access and protecting healthcare workers. For the care you gave and the lives you've touched, thank you, Dr. Malu. 24 years of public service, 3-time Majority Floor Leader. Councilor Ian Mark Nakaya is a multi-awarded public servant and a respected name in local governance. Your legacy will endure, Councilor Nakaya. The tenure of Attorney James Judith blended legal expertise with heartfelt service, bringing depth and tenacity to every deliberation. Asdang Cagayan de Oro, Asdang Konsihal Judith. Ang buhat maoy pasultihon, dili ang sulti maoy pabuhaton. Councilor J. Roa Pascual lives by these words, championing tourism and agriculture that reach even the farthest barangays. Onward to greener fields, Councilor J. 3 years, countless lives touched. To the men and women of the 20th City Council, daghang salamat sa pagpangatundanan ug serbisyo for Cagayan de Oro and for every Cagayanon.
So the honorable members of the 20th City Council to please rise and move in front for the awarding recognition. Honorable Agapito Herberto G. Swan. Honorable Richard G. Abaday. Honorable J. R. Pascual. Honorable I. Rose P. Moreno. Honorable Raymond V. Talizo. Honorable George S. Goking. Honorable Jose Pepe S. Abu Jr. Honorable Malvern A. Sparsha. Honorable Ivona Yasin B. Imano. Honorable Maria Lourdes S. Gaani. Honorable Joylene Mercedes L. Balaba. Honorable James K. Judith II. Honorable Ian Q. Nakaya. Honorable Edgar S. Cabanlas. Honorable Christian Rustico M. Achas. Honorable Suzette G. Magtahas Daba. Honorable Yan Lam S. Lim. Honorable Kenneth John D. Sakala. And Honorable Dato Roberto P. Cabaring. The citation reads, Republic of the Philippines, City of Cagayan de Oro, Office of the City Vice Mayor presents this plaque of recognition In recognition of his or her dedicated service and contributions as a member of the 20th City Council of Cagayan de Oro City. Throughout his or her tenure, he or she fulfilled the constitutional mandate that public service is a public trust by prioritizing the welfare of Cagayanons. In collaboration with fellow council members, he or she promoted responsive and accountable governance, shaped inclusive development legislations, and upheld integrity, transparency, and a shared commitment to public service. Given this 23rd day of June 2025 at the City Council Session Hall, Legislative Building, Cagayan de Oro City, signed by Honorable Jocelyn Bebot Rodriguez, City Vice Mayor. Requesting the Office of the City Council Secretariat to present the plaque of recognition to the honorable members of the 20th City Council. Thank you to the Office of the City Council Secretariat, requesting City Vice Mayor Bebet Rodriguez and City Secretary Arturo de San Miguel to be in front for a photo opportunity with the City Council members. To the 20th City Council, thank you and mabuhay.
After the session, we prepared something for you, minority and majority. We hope to see you at the conference room. Thank you.
Let us now lift the suspension of the rules. And let us proceed, the Majority Floor Leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. Presiding Officer. We proceed to our agenda. On the special report portion, we have two members of the City Council who wanted to render a special report. First, Councilor Alam Lim will be reporting on this controversy involving the Association of Barangay Captains, and also our presiding officer.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Chairman, may I request that Councilor Alam Lim be recognized first?
Councilor Alam Lim is recognized for the first special report.
Engaging in public service present a significant opportunity but also a significant responsibility. Ang kahigayunan nga gihatag magserbisyo usa ka dakong oportunidad apan naghatag usab kini kanato sa dako mga responsibilidad. To my esteemed barangay captain, distinguished guests, distinguished colleagues, friends from the media, Mr. Chair, and the people of Cagayan de Oro, mayong hapon kanatong tanan. In this final session, as representative of all 8 barangay captains and my fellow council members, I express my heartfelt gratitude for your continued support and for your understanding of my shortcomings. Shortcomings that I only strengthen my resolve to serve with integrity. As I step down from my role as league president, I do so with gratitude and measure of apprehension. I am grateful for the new mandate entrusted to me as a regular city councilors, but which allow me to continue serving, supporting the meaningful initiative of Mayor Rolando Clarex Uy for the betterment of all. However, my concern stems from the individual who will succeed me, Vice President Captain Mario, in collusion with his treasurer, has allegedly engaged in serious misconduct, the misuse of barangay checking account for personal gain, intentionally delay the allowed disbursement to barangay workers. In to his barangay councilor and continue to delay in releasing the Sangguniang Kabataan SK budget. To support this claim, I present the following. One, a copy of barangay check issued to Mrs. Trilingo for 350,000, which was returned due to insufficient fund. From 2 barangay councilors and barangay police officer. 3, a formal request to the Commission on Audit, COA, for a special audit into barangay budget and expenditure. 4, additional several contractors, some of whom are close to me, have not yet received payments their services. Not only that, the Liga ng mga Barangay sa Pilipinas CDO chapter had filed a petition of his removal, misfiances and malfiances. Captain Mario Tabak, I must ask, where did you allocate the barangay funds? What compelled you to use a barangay check personal gain? Are you the council member and constituent aware of this action? This act is a violation of Republic Act number 3019, the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practice Act, as well as the Bouncing Check Law. More importantly, they represent a betrayal of the trust of every Filipinos you owe to serve. Well, I regret that I must raise this issue at this time. I cannot turn a blind eye to the welfare of your constituent and the integrity of the League as a whole. I carry responsibility of protecting public funds and upholding public trust. Therefore, as outgoing league president, I respectfully call upon my colleague, the Finance Committee, the Ethics Committee, and the investigate this allegation. Shall I fully support these claims? I strongly recommend the filing of appropriate charge against Captain Mario Tabak. Thank you.
Thank you very much to our special reporter. Any comment, manifestation on this said special report? Yes, the Honorable Joey Abu.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer, and to all members. We have listened to the special report of our colleague here in the 20th City Council, the incumbent ABC President of Cagayan de Oro chapter. It seems that in my understanding that he is trying to question the barangay chairperson of Barangay Gusa for some allegations. And I noticed in the affidavit that was shown a while ago, the affidavits were just executed recently this month. And his prayer was also to for the Finance Committee and that of the Blue Ribbon Committee to conduct an investigation. For, with all due respect, Mr. Presiding Officer, as the Vice Chairman of the Blue Ribbon Committee, the Blue Ribbon Committee cannot on its own motu proprio conduct investigations on these matters because there should be complaint filed before the said committee before the committee can act on it. So if they wish to do so, then let them file it before the said committee, the Blue Ribbon Committee. And just for the information of everybody, the City Council having supervisory function over these barangay officials can only, even the Blue Ribbon Committee, can only impose suspension and not dismissal from office. Because only the DLG and the courts can remove incumbent and elected barangay officials. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Ano, no? Any prayer on the part of the special reporter and any suggestion coming from any member of this council can no longer be acted upon by this same council because unless we pass over the issue to the next council. More about impeachment. But I understand the explanation of the good Councilor Joey Abu. He is explaining how, what's the procedure behind tackling the issue and the limitations, the powers of the Blue Ribbon Committee. Any additional manifestation? Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Just an addition. Also, as mentioned by the presiding officer, the prayer for the conduct of investigation by the Blue Ribbon Committee and that of the Finance Committee in this City Council cannot be carried over to the next because it has to be again presented in the next 20th City Council. Meaning to say, after the session, the said prayer will die in its natural death. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So any counter argument to the manifestation? Yes, our majority floor leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. As chairman of the committee in Blue Ribbon, our rules, we have crafted the rules of the Blue Ribbon that initiatory complaint should be filed before the Blue Ribbon in the form of an affidavit complaint. Attached thereto would be the evidences. There is in this case, the bounce check or the affidavits of the witnesses. So, we will wait the Blue Ribbon Committee will wait for that initiatory complaint. Because we cannot just take action or take cognitions of a case through a verbal report. There should be a hard copy. Muna mo man atong yung Blue Ribbon Committee na to, kinahanglan gid nga naay initiatory pleading, which is the complaint itself. Duly signed and duly subscribed and sworn to. So, mahulat kita, ugma. Then we will see what we can do. Ang akong advice ni Councilor Alam Lim is to file that case. As you will notice that in the secretariat and the staff of the Blue Ribbon Committee, we have the staff there who will receive these initiatory pleadings that would start the investigation process. Okay. Now, pila sa kapitsaron? 23? 7 more days. In our house rules in the Blue Ribbon Committee, if we will the procedure is if you file a case against a barangay captain or barangay kagawad, elected barangay officials, you have to copy furnish the respondent, and the respondent is given 30 days to respond. 30 days, wala na tayo 30 days. So what we can do is that we will receive the complaint, certify as to the receipt of that complaint, and then if it is legally feasible, then we can tackle it in the next regular session of the City Council.
So, thank you.
Next organization of the Blue Ribbon kay Limta kay bulog yun siya na sa iba, mga members niya, chairman. Pero murag ako rin mag-abot chairman, bugado ani niya tinunsan naman ni. Force to good man ta ani, ikaw sa doon ta, sayang ikaw. So that would be the position of the Blue Ribbon chairman. We need a copy of that written complaint.
So, practically almost similar explanation for the procedure. No? So, sad to say that this council can no longer act. It will be acted upon by the next city council with a new composition probably of their own Blue Ribbon Committee. So if still our majority floor leader will chair that, then good. So I hope this is appropriately noted by the special reporter, the Honorable Yan Lam Lim. So start with the complaint, submit it, document to the appropriate committee, and there and then the Blue Ribbon Committee starts to act appropriately. Yes, our minority floor leader, the Honorable Ian Atchas.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Maayong hapon sa tanan. To my fellow colleagues of the 28th City Council. Mr. Presiding Officer, this is a classic example of trial by publicity. When we say about trial by publicity, it refers to the situation where a person's guilt or innocence is decided by public opinion. Mr. Presiding Officer, wala na proseso ang maong report sa atong konsihal. Wala nahanay, wala natarong nga to the extent naghimo siya sa iyang report nga it affects the integrity of the punong barangay of Barangay Gusa. Mr. Presiding Officer, I was once a punong barangay. There were times when the presiding officer of the Liga ng barangay cannot preside. It is Marlon Tabak who carries the Liga ng barangay in representation of the body. It is Marlon Tabak gave sacrifices in the name of the Liga president. But somehow, in the turns of event, Mr. Presiding Officer, I never thought that once Marlon Tabak gave all his support to the candidate to Councilor Alam, but in the end, Mr. Presiding Officer, suklian lang siya by trial by publicity. Gani, we all know na limitado ang atong powers sa council. But I hope this will be a reminder to all nga unta iproseso nato. The due process should be given to a person before atong dalon din ani sa atong hawanan o atong ibutyag nga ang tao nakasala. Even though it is an allegation, Mr. Presiding Officer, but it is not uncommon. Tanan gabuhat ni ana, Mr. Presiding Officer, even the good counselor, wala siya exempted ana nga allegations. So I hope, Mr. Presiding Officer, nga dili na unta ni maotro nga gani ngano naa may kagubot. Maybe, Mr. Presiding Officer, basig ang anak sa atong liga ng presidente kapitan sa kauswagan, or basig usab ang anak sa atong mayor kapitan sa Barangay Carmen. Kinsay magpuli ni ana. So I hope, Mr. Presiding Officer, nga sa akong katapusan sa pagsulti, I express what I have felt dinani sa City Council. Thank you and God bless.
Anyway, my dear colleagues, I'm sorry that the chair decides not to discuss further such an issue. There will be an appropriate forum for this, not here at the plenary. Maybe if the complaint will be submitted to the appropriate committee, documented, that's where the interpellations, the discussions, other reactions, whether good or adverse, whether it is short of aggression, but not here at the plenary. Please. Okay, last from the reporter, Honorable Yan Lamlin, please.
Mr. Chair, wala ako nag-ani para doon standing. Ako lang ipahimalo, kay way out naman ko, ang kadautan nagihatag ka na ako complain. I'm not just ordinary nga mag-grandstanding just pagpasikat. Ang ako lang ikabalakan, kaya naghatag man sa akong tukaran ang mga apilabit o ang mga cheque. Kung saan man ako, kung ako sa 27 count, 21 counter, kung saan gani na isulat sa kuya, dili isa pag-grandstanding kagli na ko na batasan. That's until the institution will come out. No, I'm not after kinsa maglingkod o kinsa maglingkod. I am very thankful na gisuportahan ako. But I cannot blind myself kung naa ka ng kadautan. Public trust is public trust. Di ba? Na-checking, ipauntol, na-checking sa barangay, na-iwalay swimming. It is my best friend, but I cannot that's all, kung wala siya mag-swimming, iani sa ako atuhangan. I'm not after political, laban ng politika. Ang importante ang katawan sa gusa. Nagiunsa ang funding sa gusa. Nagtaonlo siya, giunsa niya pag-distribute. Nga naman, ang cheque sa barangay, giabot sa training go. That's why we are elected by the public people. We have to be honest and express it to the grandstanding. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, that will be the last manifestation as regards this issue. As I've said earlier, there will be an appropriate forum for this. And it starts, the due process starts with the filing the complaint documented. And this should be filed, if we want it acted upon by the council, it should be filed through the appropriate committee. So again, this was well explained by both the Honorable Joey Abu and our Majority Floor Leader, the Honorable Edgar Cabanlas. The special reporter should follow due process. So it starts again with the filing of the complaint. So that being the case, this will be continued upon compliance of this requirement. Thank you. Anyway, the inputs coming from the other members of this council are welcome and well accepted. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Mr. Chairman, The next reporter is the presiding officer, so
So with this, my dear colleagues, may I respectfully temporarily relinquish my post as the presiding officer to the Honorable, wala naman si, may I request the Honorable Girlie Balaba to temporarily preside as I will render my special report. Afterwards, I'll take over again. The Honorable Jolene Mercedes Balaba will temporarily preside over the chair as I render my special report.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. I'll be temporarily, no, for a few minutes as your presiding officer while our presiding officer pro tempore will be delivering his special report.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair, the Honorable Jolene Mercedes Balaba. It's my honor to render my special report. If you could see on your tables, you're provided copies of an ordinance proposed by the City Anti-Drug Abuse Council, because this has long been approved by the said City Anti-Drug Abuse Council, and it has been crafted after 4 years of tedious and lengthy discussions. A series of brainstorming took place. Why is it important? I'll just touch on salient points, Madam Chair. First, this is important because this has been required of us by the DILG, who is supervising the actions of the different local government units. So the basis of this proposed ordinance is Section 51 of Republic Act 9165, otherwise known as the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002. So it is specifically stipulated that there should be a mandatory budgetary allocation of the barangays for the operations of their BADAPs, or Barangay Anti-Drug Abuse Councils. So there are just three important things as regards that are contained in this ordinance. First is the organization of the Barangay Anti-Drug Abuse Council, or BADAP, the allocation of substantial portion of the barangay budget, which has entailed much time of discussions. Kaya kinimanggod ingon nga substantial, lisod kini nga ma-compute. Kaya substantial wa may unta. It is 5%, 10%, 20%. But what is stipulated in Section 51 of 9165, it is stated as substantial amount. Now, there is now a way to remedy this as provided for in this proposed ordinance. And the third one is the formulation of the Barangay Anti-Drug Plan of Action, which should be funded out of this substantial budget that has been required for. So mo na ni siya, Madam Chair, kini, because of our non-compliance to this, we failed to make it sa SGLG. This is one requirement that has not been complied with by our different barangays. What is very important here is that kinimanggod ang kuyaw kay per DILG Memorandum Circular number 2015-063, it mandates the DILG field officers to monitor the organization of the BADAP, the allocation of the substantial portion of the barangay budget, and formulation of the BADAP action plan. So, ang maningil sa ato in the long run is DILG, which is a member of the panel who is finding out if indeed we can we can be an awardee of the what do you call this, the SGLG. So with this, Madam Chair, ato ni dalion kay para naapoy sundon sa next CADAC on what to do in terms of formulation of policies and how to help our barangays come up with an organized BADAP, coming up with a substantial portion of their budget to help their BADAP, and crafting their respective BADAP action plans. So with this, Madam Chair, the proper time, my move for the approval of this proposed ordinance has long been a product of a long and tedious effort coming from the members of the City Anti-Drug Abuse Council. At the proper time, Madam Chair.
Yes, what is the pleasure of the House? Do we need to refer this back to the committee, or do we, this is for the approval of the plenary?
I am personally inclined to have this approved this afternoon and include this in our other matters
Yes, okay.
for final delivery.
For inclusion.
O para nga makakatulog og mayo nga itong
Yes, because
Yeah,
this is a good,
yeah,
yes, ordinance, because,
kinindam ko.
when you say anti-drug campaign, no, it really means, it needs or it requires, budget allocation.
Madam Chair, ang rason magud ni ini, it has long been a point of discussion. Kini bitaw provision dito sa section 51 sa 9165 ganang for the LGUs, especially the barangays, to provide a substantial amount from their budget to support their BADACs. Until now, I don't know if there's already a barangay that has complied with this. If not all the barangays will comply with this, no way that will become an awardee of SGLG. So kini makatabang yun ni siya sa next council, sa next nga CADAC, and the Cagayan de Oro local government as a whole, Madam Chair. Kini di man ita mabalaka kay ang mga members kini nga technical working group headed by Attorney Tonton Neri, kini silang Judge Abudiente, Judge Lianderal, mga abogado man ni siya. Ako igura ko nag supervise ni ini, no? And probably provide some limited inputs, but just the same, after all the revisions, after all the reviews, this is now the product. If you can see, if you can only read, all the terminologies used here are simple and very, very easy to understand, very comprehensive. So
Yes.
again, my motion for approval, Madam Chair, at the proper time. So as has been manifested by our majority floor leader, it will be included in the other matters.
Yes, of course.
Thank
Okay,
you very much.
thank you also. I will give back the gavel to you, our presiding pro tempore.
Thank you very much to the Honorable Girly Balaba. Manay gwapo niya ning council kay bisag kinsay imong tawagon automatic niya dayon. And the activity goes on very, very smoothly. So, not our majority floor leader for the orders for the day.
Okay, Chairman, we proceed. Items, omnibus motion, items 2 to 31. 1 pa man din eh. Ibog niya. Omnibus, for omnibus approval, item 1, Turks, please.
Sa approval and proposed resolution numbers 2025-1121 to 2025-1125. Declaring as operative in their entirety effective in the date fixed therein in respect to sangguniang kabataan resolutions covering the annual budget, the supplemental budget, or calendar year 2025 as the case may be. Ang therein mentioned sangguniang kabataan of the barangays of Cagayan de Oro City, to wit, A. Resolution number 002, series of 2025 of the SK of Barangay number 15, covering its annual budget with an estimated income of 570,000 pesos. B. Resolution number 002, series of 2025 of the SK of Barangay number 12, covering its annual budget with estimated income of 360,717 pesos. C. Resolution number 3, series of 2025 of the SK of Barangay number 21, covering its annual budget with an estimated income of 379,786 pesos. D. Resolution number 7, series of 2025 of the SK of Barangay number 2. Its supplemental budget number 1 with an estimated income of 6,640 pesos. And resolution number 5, series of 2025 of the SK of Barangay Cagayan, estimated pesos.
Mr. Chairman, may I request that Councilor Alam Lim be recognized? Sa scheme rin niya. Councilor Kenneth John Sakala.
Councilor Kenneth Sakala is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and good afternoon, everyone. So, Mr. Chair, before I move for the approval of the first agenda, I would like to make a motion to amend the first agenda and include the annual budget of CY 2025 of the Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay 29, Cagayan de Oro City, involving the total appropriations of 451,627 under resolution number 003 series of 2025, and also the annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Cagayan de Oro City involving the total appropriations of 500,000 under resolution number 2025-002. Thank you.
Before we second the motion, okay, any second to that? Any objection, especially to the inclusions? None? It is hereby approved.
And thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And now I move for the approval of the proposed resolution numbers 2025-1121 to 2025-1122 and the two is as amended. Thank you.
Okay, any second? Objection? None? It is approved.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second? Okay, seconded, it is approved.
Items 2 to 31. Omnibus motion, Mr. Chair. Items 2 to 31. Grabe nito, mahuman na ningala. May I request Turks, please?
Items up to 231. Item 2 is proposed resolution number 2025-1126, declaring as operative in its entirety ordinance number 001-2-2023 of the Barangay Council of Barangay Cagayan City entitled An Ordinance for the Amending Barangay Ordinance number 001-5-2019 entitled An Ordinance Imposing Additional Requirements to Authorize SICA Drivers to Secure Police Clearance and to strictly abide by the rules and regulations imposed by the LGU Carmen Roads and Traffic Administration and Carmen Federation of Tricycle Association Incorporated and imposing penalties thereof, providing hereto stiffer penalties and authorizing impoundment in appropriate cases.
Item 3 is proposed resolution number 2025-1127, declaring as operative in its entirety ordinance number 1, series of 2024 of the Barangay Council of Barangay Baikingon in this city entitled An Ordinance for the Ecological Solid Waste Management of Barangay Baikingon, Cagayan de Oro City. Item 4, proposed resolution number 2025-1128, declaring as operative in its entirety ordinance number 2024-001, series of 2024 of the Barangay Council of Barangay Balulang City entitled An Ordinance Collecting or Charging Fees on the Issuance of Barangay clearance, barangay certifications, permits, filing fee, and other fees at Barangay Balulang, Cagayan de Oro City, provided that the same shall comply with sections 186 to 188 of Republic Act number 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991. Item 5 is proposed resolution number 2025-1129, declaring as operative in its entirety ordinance number 1, series of 2024 of the Barangay Council of Barangay Bugul City entitled An Ordinance Establishing and Institutionalizing the Barangay Employment Services Office of Barangay Bugo and appropriating budget for its purpose. Item 6 is proposed resolution number 2025-1130, declaring as operative in its entirety resolution number 22, series of 2024 of the Barangay Council of Barangay Mambuaya City entitled A Resolution Adopting the Barangay Mambuaya 3-Year Solid Waste Management Action Plan CY 2024-2026. Item 7 is proposed resolution number 2025-1131, declaring as operative in its entirety ordinance number 1/2, series of 2024 of the Barangay Council of Barangay number 23, this city entitled Amendments of Section 6 of Barangay Ordinance number 003-08-2017, an ordinance requiring the mandatory segregation of waste at source to all residents, lease occupants of business, commercial, and public establishments of Barangay 23, and providing penalty for violation thereof and for other purposes. Item 8 is proposed resolution number 2025-1132, as operative in its entirety, effective in the fixed deadline ordinance number 24-10, series of 2024, the Barangay Council of Barangay Bugul City entitled An Integrated Ordinance Creating and Institutionalizing Barangay Environmental Protection and Preservation Council and creating and implementing the Barangay Environmental Protection and Preservation Task Force. Item 9 is proposed resolution number 2025-1133, declaring as operative in its entirety ordinance number 3-2017 of the Barangay Council of Barangay number 23 entitled Ordinance requiring the mandatory segregation of waste at source to residents, lease occupants of any business, commercial, private, and public establishments of Barangay 23, and providing penalty for violation thereof and for other purposes. Item 10 is proposed resolution number 2025-1134, declaring as operative in its entirety ordinance number 6-2024, Barangay Council of Barangay Cagayan City entitled An Ordinance Providing for the Elimination of the Worst Forms of Child Labor and affording stronger protections for the working child against child abuse, exploitation, and discrimination in the entire barangay of Macadalan, Cagayan de Oro City. Item 11 is proposed resolution number 2025-1135, declaring as operative in its entirety ordinance number 4, series of 2024 of the Barangay Council of Barangay City entitled An Ordinance Providing for the elimination of the worst forms of child labor and affording stronger protection for the working child against child abuse, exploitation, and discrimination in the entire barangay of Tablon, Cagayan de Oro City. Item 12 is proposed resolution number 2025-1136, declaring as operative in its entirety ordinance number 25, series of 2024 of the Barangay Council of Bugul City entitled An Ordinance declaring the 3rd week of October as Barangay Employment Week in Barangay, establishing guidelines and programs for local employment promotion. Item 13 is proposed resolution number 2025-1137, declaring as operative its entirety ordinance number 22, series of 2024, the Barangay Council of Bugul City entitled An Ordinance Authorizing to increase the fees and charges assessed and collected for the issuance of certifications, clearances, and similar services rendered by Barangay Bugo, provided that the same shall comply with sections 186-1188 of the Republic Act number 7160 or the Local Government Code of 1991. Item 14 is proposed resolution number 2025-1138, declaring as operative ordinance number 2-2023 of the Barangay Council of Barangay Nazareth, this city, entitled an ordinance establishing the Barangay Public Employment Service Desk in Barangay Nazareth, Cagayan de Oro City, and creating the position of Barangay Employment Service Desk Officer, designating Ms. Luz Biminda C. Otadoy, the Barangay Complaint Section Clerk. That the provision covering the designation of Ms. Otadoy shall be deleted therefrom. Item 15, proposed resolution number 2025-1139, returning to the Barangay Council of Barangay Mumbai City, it's ordinance number 3-2024, entitled an ordinance imposing a 5 pesos fee for each swine tested at the Mambuawa ASF testing facility. With information that the said ordinance is ultra-virus or beyond the power of the Sangdang Barangay to enact and therefore cannot be given force and effect. Item 16 is proposed resolution number 2025-1140, returning to Barangay Council of Barangay Mumbai City, it's ordinance number 4-2024, entitled an ordinance imposing a 300 pesos environmental fee testing facility. With information that the said ordinance is ultra-virus or beyond the power of the authority of the Sangdang Barangay to enact and therefore cannot be given force and effect. Item 17 is proposed resolution number 2025-1141. The Barangay Council of Barangay Bonbon City, it's ordinance number 1, series of 2020, entitled an ordinance establishing the marine protected area in the coastal water of Barangay Bonbon, Cagayan City. With the information that the said ordinance is ultra-virus or some barangay to enact or approve and therefore cannot be in force and effect. Item 18 is proposed resolution number 2025-1142, returning the Barangay Council of Barangay Makawalan, the city of ordinance number 3-2024, series of 2024, entitled regulating speed limit at 15 to 20 km for vehicles flying by footers of Barangay Makawalan, Cagayan de Oro City, and providing penalties for violation thereof. With information that the city is ultra-virus or beyond the power of the Sangdang Barangay to enact and therefore cannot be given force and effect. Number 9, resolution number 2025-1143. The Council of Barangay City, it's ordinance number 3, series of 2020, entitled imposing a toll fee collection for any trucking carrying sand and gravel passing within the jurisdiction of Barangay City. The information that is ordinance is ultra-virus or beyond the power of the authority of the Sangdang Barangay to enact and therefore cannot be given force and effect. Item 20 is proposed resolution number 2025-1144, returning to Barangay Council of Barangay City, it's ordinance number 1-2023, entitled an ordinance prohibiting to pass through a portion of international road funding in National and in Elementary School with 3 barangays confidential road from 6 AM to 8 AM during class days. With the information that the said ordinance is ultra-virus or beyond the power and authority of the Sangguniang Barangay to enact or approve and therefore cannot be given force and effect. Item 21 is proposed resolution number 2025-1145, declaring as ordinance number 2, series of 2024, the Barangay Council of Barangay City, entitled an ordinance imposing curfew hours and providing for sanctions in Barangay Puto. Recommendation to change the curfew hours from 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. under section 4 to 10 p.m. so as to conform with the provisions of the curfew ordinance of Cagayan de Oro City, and to amend the sanctions for violations provision under section 7 paragraph 2 subparagraph C to conform with the provisions of section 314 of the local government of 1991. Resolution number 2025 in plus 1146. As number 6 of 2024, the Barangay Council of Barangay Mambuaya, this city, entitled an ordinance on the approved Barangay Mambuaya Environmental Sanitation Plan 2024 in Barangay Mambuaya, District 1, Cagayan de Oro City, with the recommendation to amend the penalties provision under section 5, paragraph Three, to conform with the provisions of Section 391, Paragraph 14 of the Local Government Code of 1991. Item 23, proposed resolution number 2025-1147, declaring as operative in part ordinance number 3, series of 2024, the Barangay Council of Barangay Bugod City, entitled an ordinance regulating and requiring all ambient vendor who are not resident in Barangay Bugod to secure clearance or special permit to the barangay for doing business in Barangay Bugod, Cagayan City, and prescribing penalties for violation thereof. Confiscation of products under Section 10 thereof, considering that the imposition of the same is beyond the power and authority of the Sangguniang Barangay to enact or approve. Item 24 is proposed resolution number 2025-1148, declaring as effective in part ordinance number 19, series of 2024, Barangay Council of Bugod, this city, entitled an ordinance strictly requiring residential and commercial establishments within the Barangay Bugod to maintain the cleanliness and orderliness of the immediate surrounding and frontage, including drainages and canals, and providing penalties for violation thereof, otherwise known as Tapatco, Linisco, Tungko, Limpinco, ordinance. To amend the penalties provision under Section 7 to conform with the provisions of Section 391, Paragraph 14 of the Local Government Code of 1991, and to delete the phrase imprisonment of not more than 30 days or less at the discretion of the court. The penalty of imprisonment shall not be applicable to Section 4-A and 4B hereof, considering that the imposition of the same is beyond the power and authority of the Sangguniang Barangay to enact or approve. Item 25 is proposed for resolution number 2025-1149, declaring as operative in part ordinance number 3, series of 2023, the Barangay Council of Barangay Nasras, this city, entitled an ordinance amending chapter 32, anti-littering of the Barangay Qualified Ordinance, series of 2003, requiring all residential owners or occupants, business establishments, and government offices to observe the Tuka and Kulim program and prescribing modified activities for violations hereof. To amend the penal provision under Section 6 to conform with the provisions of Section 391, Paragraph 14 of the Local Government Code of 1991. Item 26 is proposed resolution number 2025-1150, declaring as operative in number 4-HER-2024, series of 2024, the Barangay Council of Barangay Suliman, this city, entitled an ordinance prohibiting the use of bladder, muffler, or any other motorcycle device that amplifies the regular muffler that would create extra loud noise in Barangay Suliman. Recommendation to amend the penalties provisions under Section 5, Paragraph 3 to conform with the provisions of Section 291, Paragraph 14 of the Local Government Code of 1991, and to delete the phrase impoundment of motor vehicle and storage fee of 50 pesos per day, 24 hours upon impoundment, considering that the imposition of the same is beyond the power of the Sangguniang Barangay to enact or approve. Item 27, proposed resolution number 2025-1151, declaring as operative number 24-5, series of 2025, Barangay Council of Barangay Bugod City, entitled regulating the use of karaoke, video key, and other similar machines and devices or instruments in Barangay Bugod. To amend the penalties provision under Section 9, Paragraph C to conform with the provisions of Section 391, Paragraph 14 of the Local Government Code of 1991, and to delete the phrase suspension and revocation of business permit and confiscation of video machines, considering that the imposition of the same is beyond the power and authority of the Sangguniang Barangay to enact or approve. Item 28 is proposed resolution number 2025-1152, declaring as operative in part ordinance number 24-7, series of 2024, the Council of Barangay Bugod City, entitled an ordinance adopting the revised ordinance number 9852-2005, or the Animal Control and Welfare Ordinance, and for other purposes. With recommendation to amend the penalties provision under Section 24 thereof to conform with the provisions of Section 391, paragraph 14 of the Local Government Code of 1991, and to delete the phrase 6 months imprisonment. Considering that the imposition of the same is beyond the power of the authority of the Sangguniang Barangay to enact or is proposed resolution number 2025-1153. Appearing as operating ordinance number 2023, the Barangay Council of Barangay City entitled an ordinance providing for the elimination of the worst forms of child labor and affording stronger protection for the working child against child abuse, exploitation, and discrimination in the entire Barangay of Cagayan City. Recommendation to amend the penalties provision under Section 6 to conform with the provisions of Section 391, Paragraph 14 of the Local Government Code of 1991. Item 30 is proposed resolution number 2025-1154, declaring as a number 2024, Barangay Council of Barangay City entitled an ordinance regulating the operation of computer shops within the territorial jurisdiction of Barangay Pawa. To amend the penalties provision under Section 5, Paragraph and Paragraph C to conform with the provisions of Section 391, Paragraph 14 of the Local Government Code of 1991, and to delete the phrase suspension of business operations for 7 days and the revocation of business permit. Considering that the imposition of the same is beyond the power and authority of the Sangguniang Barangay to enact or approve. Item 21, proposed resolution number 2025-1155, declaring as operative ordinance number 1/2025, Barangay Council of Barangay City entitled an ordinance prohibiting the use of durable material or any other motorcycle devices that use the regular method in Barangay City. With the recommendation to amend the penalty provision under Section 5 therein by deleting the phrase movement of the said motorcycle will only be based upon the placement of the modified muffler which is allowed for its original matter. Considering that the imposition of the same is beyond the authority of the Sangguniang Barangay to enact.
Mr. Chairman, may I request that Councilor Alam Lim be recognized?
Councilor Alam Lim is recognized.
Mr. Chair, everything is in order. I move for the omnibus approval. Purpose resolution number 2025-11262. Purpose resolution number 2025-1155.
Any second? Seconded. Any objection? Yeah. Manifestation coming from our minority floor leader,
Thank you,
Honorable
Mr.
Ayon Atcas.
Presiding Officer. It is not an objection.
Yeah.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I just want to clarify about the ordinance of curfew in the Barangay Puerto, Mr. Presiding Officer.
What item?
Page 8, item 21, it says that an ordinance imposing curfew hours and providing sanctions in Barangay Puerto. I would like to emphasize, Mr. Presiding Officer, that we should emphasize the a curfew for minor. Kaya ang Barangay Puerto, Mr. Presiding Officer, is a commercial barangay. In 2 a.m. in the morning, Mr. Presiding Officers, mangumprahay sa tibuok mga silingan ako nga barangay, gaana sa Barangay Puerto, preparing in the markets. There are convenience store 24/7, Mr. Presiding Officer. However, if we implement this curfew, there is a, economic setback, Mr. Presiding Officer, if we cannot emphasize, if the curfew for Barangay Puerto is general in matters, Mr. Presiding Officer. I truly believe curfew for minors, but it comes to adults and other activity, Mr. Presiding Officer. Basig wala na mamalit sa among mga convenience store pag abot sa alas 10, Mr. Presiding Officer. Wala na tao sa among merkado, Mr. Presiding Officer, because Barangay Puerto, Mr. Presiding, is a center in commerce in the East. Mr. Presiding
Dili
Officer.
ba na specified? Wala ba ito sa proposed ordinance? Again, it has been manifested by almost everybody about the autonomy of the barangays in deciding for themselves. But anyway, that's well considered. But let's first hear manifestation coming from the Honorable Joby Abu.
Good afternoon again, Mr. Chair. I understand the manifestation of Councilor Adjust, but if we probably wala lang mabantayan sa kadaghan, kanang item, in my understanding, that proposed ordinance by the said barangay will be returned. Because na may nakabutang din na sa provision nga ultra vires and cannot be given force in effect. So, ilan ang gipropose ng ordinansa, but since it is ultra vires, therefore, it cannot be approved and cannot be implemented by the said barangay.
Okay, before our major floor leader, the Honorable Roger Balay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Presiding Officers, my colleagues, and to all people who are watching us today's session, especially the barangays officials. So we have returned, just returned, ordinances and resolutions coming from the barangay. Although we appreciate so much the interest and industry of our barangay officials, like the barangay captain in formulation of and doing the task, from crafting ordinance like involving taxing power, imposition of fines, and other penalties. But let me be also a reminder to the barangay captains that their powers are limited. There is limitation in passing ordinance and even resolution. So before these ordinances should reach to us for review, they should have to conduct series of consultation, public hearings, and consult also some legal person or city legal officers in the drafting of their ordinance. For example, here in agenda number 6, resolutions are not supposed to be reviewed by the Sangguniang Panlungsod. This it is only the ordinance. This should not reach to us here. So it is for the barangay, para barangay lang. We do not entertain, we do not accept that approval of the resolution. That is their jurisdiction. So it reaches here. So it takes us effort and time to do such agenda, in the agenda of our session. So we'd like to, this is just a reminder to our barangay official that they should also do some, exercise their powers and responsibility in the crafting of their ordinance. There are limitations. As we observe, they are imposing fines, penalties, and even imprisonment. This is not beyond, it's beyond their jurisdiction. So that is just a reminder, Mr. Presiding Officer, my colleagues, and to the barangay officials in the crafting of ordinance and resolution, the requirements in the matter of transparency and legality of their proposed ordinances. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Roger Baday. May we now hear kini atong referee, atong majority floor leader.
Mula gina di man kini the power of the City Council is only to certify whether the ordinance is within their powers or not. Di na to sila matudluan sa atong ilang buhaton kay. But anyway, majority of these ordinances are harmless. Sa hisab kini sila paningkamot nga doon na sila inahimo na ilang kopyahon ng mga balaod nasyonal. We allow that provided that they will not exceed the limitation of the penalties. So kaya mataan na Mr. Chairman, I think this is part of the education and training on the part of once they will read our comments, then that might open up their minds and change later on. So, as moved by Councilor Alam Lim and duly seconded.
Yeah. It has been moved for approval. Any second? Don't worry. Anyway, they will read probably the transcribed minutes of this session afterwards. We are going to provide them with our comments. Any objection? None? It is approved.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Any second? Seconded. It is hereby approved.
Item 32. Mr. Chairman, proposed ordinance number 2025-805 appropriating the sum of 1,990 pesos from the savings of the item personal services, salaries, and wages regular or under item number 8, Internal Auditor 3 of the Office of the City Internal Auditor Audit of Services, this city for period January 29 to 30, 2025 in the 2025 annual budget to be made available for the payment of the salary deficiency for the period December 2024 of Ms. Chari May Bagungon, Internal Auditor 2 of the Office of the City Internal Audit Services, this city. May I request Councilor Girly Balaba. Very good.
Councillor Curly Balaba is recognized.
I move for the approval of proposed ordinance number 2025-805.
And second?
Second.
Objection? None? It is approved.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second? It's seconded. It is approved.
Item 33, Turks, please. 33.
Is proposed ordinance number 2025-806, appropriating the sum of 24,765 pesos and 58 centavos. From the savings of the item personal services, salaries and wages regular, the item number 2, City Government Assistant Department of Office of the City Social Welfare and Development Officer of the City for the period January 1 to 9, 2025. In the 2025 annual budget to be the salary differential and other benefits for the period December 2024. The relevant personnel of the Office of the City Social Welfare and Development Officer of the City to it. 1. Karen Michael G. Social Welfare Officer 1 with an appropriation of 9,648 pesos and 83 centavos. 2. Blaba DC H. Social Welfare Officer 2 with an appropriation of 12,050 pesos and 33 centavos. And 3. Michael N. Baker Worker 2 with an appropriation of 3,066 pesos and 42 centavos.
Mr. Chairman, may I request that Councilor Kenneth John Sakala be recognized.
Councillor Kenneth Sakala is recognized.
Move for the approval of ordinance number 2025-806. Thank you.
Any second? Objection? None? It is approved.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Seconded. It is hereby approved.
Item 34, proposed ordinance number 2025-807, appropriating the sum of 55,427 pesos and 84 centavos from the savings of the item personal services, salaries, and wages regular under item number 61, supervising administrative officer of the Office of the City Accountant, the city for the period January 1 to 24, 2025, in the 2025 annual budget, to be made available for the payment of the salary and other benefits for the period November 18, 2024 to December 31, 2024 of Ms. Gezia Talao, Accountant 1 of the Office of the City Accountant, this city. May I request Councilor J. Rua Pascual.
Councillor J. Roa Pascual is recognized.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, fellow councilors. Move to approve proposed ordinance number 2025-807.
Any second? Objection? None? Approved.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. It is seconded. It is approved.
Item 35, proposed ordinance number 2025-808, appropriating the sum of 72,905 pesos and 49 centavos from the savings of the item personal services, salaries, and wages regular under item number 50, Board Secretary 2 of the Office of the Sangguniang Panglungsod, Secretary, the city for the period January 1, 2025 to February 18, 2025 in the 2025 annual budget to be made available for the payment of the salary and other benefits for the period October 1, 2024 to December 31, 2024 of Ms. Pauline Moran M. Daba, Private Secretary of the Office of the Sangguniang Panglungsod, Kagawad, Honorable Suset Magtahas Daba. May I request Councilor Malu Gani be recognized?
Councilor Maluganes
Being the
recognized.
Mansino.
May hapon ka natin tanan. Move for the approval of proposed ordinance number 2025-808.
Any second? Objection? None. It is approved.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Seconded. It is approved.
Item 36, Turk, Kansam.
Item 36, proposed ordinance number 25-808, authorizing the Sinta Camera to charge the sum of 22,000 to the item non-notice special program project Salamat Department incentive in the 2025 annual budget of the Office of the Human Resource Management Officer of the City to cover the application for an incentive of 2,000 pesos per year of service of the Office of the City Government qualified from public service to win. So the city should have number of years in service 50 with an appropriation of 40,000 pesos. Being that will be service with an appropriation of 32,000 pesos. C. Jonathan T. Gamitin, Office of the City Legal Officer with 25 years in service, the appropriation of 25,000 pesos. That is of the City Assessor with 25 years in service and appropriation of 25,000 pesos.
Mr. Chairman, may I request Councilor Roger Baray be recognized?
Councilor Roger Bades recognized.
I move that the proposed ordinance number 2025-809 be approved.
Second. Objection? None. It is approved.
Move to approve on second final reading.
It's seconded. It is hereby approved.
Item 37, Turk.
Item 37 is proposed ordinance number 2025-810, appropriating the sum of 96,000 pesos and 44 centavos from the savings of the item personal services, salaries and wages under item number 29, Engineer 2 of the Office of the Roads and Traffic Administration Office of the City for the period January 1, 2025 to March 10, 2025. In the 2025 budget, the salary and other benefits for the November 2025 December 31, 2024 as the case may be. The personnel of the Office of the Roads and Traffic Administration Officer of the City to win. Florante S. Sambaan, Administrative Assistant 2, with an operation of 12,239,000 pesos and 94 centavos. B. 10,869 pesos and 70 centavos. C. Richard M. Purpose, Traffic Operations Officer 1, 15,539 pesos and 50 centavos. D. Jonathan J. Tino, 19,227 pesos and 25 centavos. And E. Jeremy M. Administrative Aid 3, 19,527 pesos and 25 centavos.
Mr. Chairman, may I request Councilor Attorney Joy Abo be recognized.
Councilor Joey Abus recognized.
Move for the approval of the said proposed ordinance, Mr. Chair.
Second. Any objection? None. It is approved.
Move to approve on second final reading.
It's seconded. It is approved.
Item 39, Turk. Second na ganyo. Oh,
38.
38.
Item 38 is proposed ordinance number 2025-811. Appropriating the sum of 723,466 pesos and 60 centavos from the savings of the item personal services, salaries and wages regular of the wherein specified vacant positions in the Cagayan de Oro City Hospital Tablon, GR General Hospital Annex, this city for the period January 1, 2025 to April 30, 2025 in the 2025 annual budget to be made available for the payment of the salary and other benefits for the period of October 16, 2024 to December 31, 2024 as the case may be of the wherein personnel of the Cagayan de Oro City Hospital Tablon, GR General Hospital Annex, this city to wit. Joseph Radiologic Technologist 1, 30,489 pesos and 40 centavos. Jumal T. Dorocas, Administrative Aid 3, 66,220 pesos and 46 centavos. C. Kate S. Fuentes, Nutritionist Dietitian, 13,418 pesos and 49 centavos. D. Sam B. Garcia, Medical Technologist 1, 13,418 pesos and 49 centavos. Joanne J. Gungran, Nursing Attendant 1, 69,591 pesos and 48 centavos. C. Administrative Officer 1, 90,702 pesos and 65 centavos. G. Jageth Pharmacist 2, 148,680 pesos and 18 centavos.
Mr. Chairman, may I request the Councilor Jaime Moreno be recognized.
Councilor Amy Moreno is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mayong hapon. I move to approve proposed ordinance number 2025-811.
Second. Objection? None. It is approved.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Seconded. It's hereby approved.
Item 39. Turk, please.
Item 39 is proposed ordinance number 2025-812. Taking sum of 2,565,566 pesos and 72 centavos. Savings of the item. Personal services, salaries and wages regular of the wherein specified vacant positions in the office of the city health officer of the city for the period January 1, 2025 to April 30, 2025 in the 2025 annual budget to be made of the salary and other benefits for the period of October 2025 to December 31, 2025 as the case may be of the wherein personal of the office of the city health officer of the city to wit. Caroline A. Camarno, Nutrition Officer 4, 19,600 pesos and 76 centavos. B. Jane B. Gacos, Statistician 3, 9,612 pesos and 26 centavos. C. Charissa B. Galacio, Medical Technologist 4, 30,179 pesos. D. Arkem Hinay, Radio Technologist 2, 35,194 pesos and 99 centavos. E. Romilda G. Marul, Pharmacist 3, 29,612 pesos and 26 centavos. F. Medical Jones V. Alfonso, Medical Officer 3, 47,062 pesos and 51 centavos. G. Raquel T. Gani Malabilang, Medical Officer 3, 207,062 pesos and 51 centavos. David F. Niculo, Medical Officer 3, 227,062 pesos and 51 centavos. J. Marianita C. Pizarro, Medical Officer 3, 227,062 pesos and 51 centavos. K. Christian D. Kilit. Medical Officer 3, 237,062 pesos and 51 centavos. L. Jemima Kezia J. Morales, Medical Officer 3, 237,062 pesos and 51 centavos. Eugene Sala, Midwife 2, 96,130 pesos and 48 centavos. N. Hanete Hako, Medical Technologist 1, 96,130 pesos and 49 centavos. 2. Christian Nick D. Rodriguez, Midwife 2, 86,130 pesos and 49 centavos. P. Zara May D. Obshuma, Midwife 3, 64,812 pesos and 67 centavos. J.M. Tolentino, Midwife 3, 3,725 pesos and 75 centavos.
Mr. Chairman, may I request E.B. Imano be recognized? Councilor Imano.
Councilor E.D. Mano is recognized.
Good afternoon sa tanan. Move for the approval of proposed ordinance number 2025-812.
And second? Objection? None? It is approved.
Move to approve on second final reading.
As seconded, it is approved.
Item 40, Tersh.
Then is proposal class number 2025-813. 97,433 pesos and 97 centavos from the item. Non-office General Public Services Sector Special Purpose Fund to benefits, monetization of leave periods. Under for Mr. Wata Mamasag, Administrative Inland, and Miss Nina Yulo, is of the City Social Welfare and the Officer. In the 2025 budget, at the Office of the City Social Welfare and Development Officer of the city to of 59,000 pesos at 84 centavos to Mara allocation of 30,190 pesos and 13 centavos.
Chairman, may I request Councilor Agaswan be recognized?
Councilor Agasuan is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Move for its approval, ordinance number 2025-813.
And second? Objection? None? It is approved.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Seconded, it is hereby approved.
Item 41, proposed ordinance number 2025-814, authorizing the city accountant, the city to charge the amount of 6,000 pesos to the item maintenance and other operating expenses. Other maintenance and operating expenses in the 2025 annual budget of the Office of the Human Resource Management Officer, this city, for the payment of aircon cleaning services CY 2024 of the said office. May I request Councilor Ayan Atsas to...
Councilor Ayan Achas recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Move for the approval of the proposed ordinance number 2025-814.
Second? Objection? None? It is approved.
Move to approve on second final reading.
It's seconded, it is hereby approved.
Item 42, proposed ordinance number 2025-815, approving the simple subdivision plan of Lot 12-A-7-B-9-B, PSD 10-027595, a portion of Lot 12-A-7-B-9, PSD 10-027220, with an area of 448 square meters, located in Barangay Agusan, the city, containing 5 lots, as specified herein, and applied for by Ms. Flora S. Pimentel, represented by Rosita Villegas, subject to the compliance of the conditions imposed by the City Housing and Urban Development Department and the Office of the City Engineer. May I request Councilor Roger Baday be recognized?
Councilor Roger Baday is recognized.
I move that the proposed ordinance number 2025-815 be approved.
And second, objection, none, it is approved.
Item 43, proposed ordinance number 2025-816.
Finally,
I move to approve. Second final reading.
it's seconded, it is approved.
Item 43, proposed ordinance number 2025-816, approving the development permit of Arvesa Village, formerly Navuna Lumbia subdivision project located in Barangay Lumbia, the city, with an area of 40,000 square meters containing 209 lots under PD 957 as applied for by the Gender Ventures Corporation represented by Sofia Roque, subject to the compliance of the conditions imposed by the City Housing and the Urban Development Department and the Office of the City Engineer. I move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Any second? Objection? None, it is approved.
Move to approve on second final reading.
It is seconded, it is hereby approved.
Item 44, proposed ordinance number 2025-817, approving the application of Indahag Square Garden, represented by Mr. Victor Cabeltes, for a special permit to hold a three-cock combo cockfight event on June 24, 2025 at the Sid Cockpit located in Sitio Lumboy, Barangay Indahag, this city. May I request Councilor Roger Abada be recognized?
Councilor Roger Abada is recognized.
I am favorably recommending for approval the proposed ordinance number 2025-817.
Any objection? Any second first?
Second.
A second. Objection? No more objection? It is hereby approved.
Move to approve on second final reading.
It is seconded strongly by Councilor Abu. It's approved. Yeah?
Item 45. For inclusion, Mr. Chairman, may I request, may I move for the inclusion of item 45 to item 48? 49.
Any second for the inclusion? Objection? None? It is approved.
Item 45, that's A. Proposed resolution number 2025-1156, approving and or adopting the Comprehensive Land Use Plan, CLUP, Cagayan de Oro City for 2024 to 2032 as endorsed by the Joint Regional Development Council, 10 Full Council and Advisory Committee. B. Proposed ordinance. Si pa rin raw. Move for its approval, Chairman.
Second? Objection? None? It is approved.
Move to approve on second final reading.
It is seconded. It is hereby approved.
Proposed item B, proposed ordinance number 2025-818, approving the integrated zoning regulations of the City of Cagayan de Oro and providing for its administration and enforcement and for other purposes. May I request that everybody should be author of this? Jointly move.
Okay, so it's seconded. Any objection? None? It is approved.
Move to approve on second final reading.
It's seconded. It is approved.
Item 46. Proposed resolution number 2025-1157, approving and or adopting the following. CDOCityCouncil.com as the official website. CDOCityCouncil@gmail.com as the official email. And https://facebook.com/CDOCityCouncil as the official Facebook page of the Sangguniang Panglungsod of Cagayan de Oro City per recommendation of the Department of Interior and Local Government, DILG, and the Philippine Councilors League as necessary tools to disseminate activities of the local legislature and serve as feedback mechanism for the constituents. I would like to request, Mr. Chairman, that Councilor Sakala be recognized.
Councilor Kenneth Sakala is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and move for the approval of proposed resolution number 2025-1157. Thank you.
Any second?
Second.
Objection?
No, query.
Yes, Point of inquiry by the Honorable Girly Balaba.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. I would just like to ask or kining confirm, no? We have already the website, right? We have already Facebook page, and we have already an email official. So this is just for formality? What is this for? Okay nga. Okay. But we have already.
Yes.
It's working and it's operate. Yeah, it's official na yan.
So to make it official,
Okay.
then
Okay.
we
Any
adapt it.
second?
Second,
Objection? None? It is approved.
move to approve on second final reading.
It is seconded. It is hereby approved.
Item 47, resolution number 2025-1158, confirming the legislative agenda of the 28th City Council of Cagayan de Oro City as embodied in the executive legislative agenda ELA of Cagayan de Oro City for the term 2022 to 2025 as adopted under resolution 14329-2022. This being a council, the council's action, legislative action of the city council. So jointly move, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Any second? Objection? Any point of inquiry? None? It is approved.
Move to approve on second final reading.
It's seconded. It's hereby approved.
Item 48, Mr. Chairman. Proposed resolution number 2025-1159, adopting the order of the Committee on Ethics and Blue Ribbon on BR case number 2024-03, entitled Mr. Rudan V. Serinya, Punong Barangay, Barangay number 7, complainant against Maria Ara Villanosa, Barangay Kagawad o Barangay number 7, respondent, for allegedly refusing to retrieve copy of the inspection report and notice of discovery of Sipalco and failure to submit the same to the Barangay Council, dismissing the same case for lack of interest and failure to prosecute on the part of the complainant, and his failure also to submit a barangay resolution within 10 days per order of the city committee. Councilor Joey Abo.
Councilor Joey Abo is recognized.
Thank you again, Mr. Chair. I move for the approval of proposed resolution number 2025-1159.
Any second? Objection? None? It is approved.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Any second? It is seconded. It is approved.
Last item, Turk. Last item for item 14.
Last item is proposed ordinance number 2025-819. For the guidelines in the formulation of barangay anti-drug plan of action, the allocation of substantial portion in the annual budgets of the barangays of Cagayan de Oro City for the enforcement of RE 9165 or the Comprehensive Dangerous Act of 2002 to comply with the circular number 2015, the CM63, establishing a support fund for the Barangay Anti-Drug Abuse Council for other purposes, subject to styling of Councilor Romeo V. Coliso.
Mr. Chairman, to give honor to the author, I would like to request that the chairman will relinquish his chair for a short 2 minutes to allow you to sponsor personally your ordinance.
As a matter of procedure, may I again relinquish my position as the presiding officer in favor of the Honorable Girly Balaba again. Just for this item in the agenda. Anyway, this is the last item already. Again, our lady legislator, please.
Okay, I would like to request Councilor Romeo Calizo to make the necessary motion.
may I respectfully move for the approval of the proposed ordinance. Now it has a number 2025-819.
Any second and any objection?
This is not an objection. I am for this resolution because I am member of the CADAC, no, and the author. Yeah. But I just want to listen the pleasure of this August body with regards to the three reading rule of the ordinances of the local government, no, that requires the proposed ordinance three readings in a separate days before it can be voted for the final passage. So this process is designed to ensure thorough deliberation, public awareness, and proposed laws. However, this rule can be suspended in a certain situation, such as when the ordinance is certified urgent by the local chief executive. But if the supermajority of this council will go with this approval of them, then I am for the approval of this ordinance.
Yes, the majority floor leader.
Just a little explanation. Just a little explanation,
Okay.
Madam Chair. Actually, my intention here is for its first reading supposedly, but as the focal person of the chairman of the City and the Drug Abuse Council, no other than our local chief executive, the mayor, this manifestation is already certified urgent, considering that this will be the last session of the 20th council. And having this forwarded to the next council may again delay a very important ordinance that could help the next CADAC, and it will be a guide for the BADACs in the next uh, LGU, Madam Chair. And so the move stays to seek its approval.
Yes, I think our good report, Councilor, Honorable Councilor Abaday would like the majority floor leader to certify that its urgency in behalf of our city mayor, Mayor Clarix Uy.
No, I think, Madam Chair, I think the idea of Councilor Abada is if the majority, there is a super majority, is that your term? Who will be for the approval of this, then he will abide with that decision. So I think there is a super majority.
Yes,
Move na. Wala na may mag-object. Tanan man. Manifestation. Sige. Kinagigutom na.
yes, go ahead, Councilor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I hope that the good Councilor Abaday would carry on with such manifestation to the 21st City Council, because we have been practicing this for the past 3 years already, and now you're questioning us for the last item. I hope you will carry on that to the 21st City Council. Thank you very much.
That is something to be remembered by the 20th City Council, that our very last item is questioned by our Councilor Abaday. So anyways, move for the approval. No more objection, no more what's that comment. So I move for the approval of proposed ordinance number 2025-819.
Move to approve second final reading. Oh, pag muna. Oy, sige. Move to approve second and final reading.
Yes, approve.
Wasn't good. So, there being no other matters to take up, Mr. Chairman.
So there being no matters, it is
Move to adjourn.
move for the adjournment. This now concludes the role and functions of the 20th Council. Thank you, everyone. To the next city council.
You can get your frame, picture frame na dito. Pangatag na lang ito ni Vice inyong mga picture frame sa likod. You can also bring your table sign.
Wala pa rin?
Session adjourned.
Saan sa inyong nag-isa, pwede niyo dagdag. Katong mga picture frame ninyo sa luyo.